Hey YouTube, what's going on, y'all? I'm in to give you my review of the Atlanta Housewives season. I think this is season 4, episode 15. So, these bitches depart from Africa. And they're saying their well wishes to everyone and blah, 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 so on and so forth. Let me just get on some of this fuckery that I saw in Africa. Okay, Marlo, you packed all this shit to bring with you to Africa. Now you got the little white girl packing this shit up. If I was that little white girl, I would have told you to kiss my motherfucking ass. I ain't packing shit. And you laying down on the bed eating some goddamn ice, giving me orders? Oh, hell no, bitch. You're going to be down here packing this shit your damn self. You pack this shit to bring it, you're going to pack this shit to take it back with you. That's just the way I feel. I really and truly hope that bitch got that. I'm sorry, not bitch, but the white girl. I hope she got a big fucking tip for doing this bullshit. Because you know what? I would have looked at you like you was a motherfucking fool and said deuces. That don't make no goddamn sense. You brought all that shit. Now you want somebody to pack the shit for you and you gonna sit there delegating orders, do this, do that, do that. Bitch, please. It ain't enough money in the world. I'm serious. If I was a white girl, I would have and went on by my business. Because that is clearly not in her job description to wait on you. So you can tell that there's still some tension when they're leaving Africa. They don't really say much. Cynthia comes into, who is it? What's the child name? Candy's room. They're talking or whatever. They're all ready to go home. Shit, I would be ready to go home away from these bitches. I mean, honestly, like, ugh. And I'm gonna say this: I couldn't see taking my black ass with nowhere with these bitches because they don't do nothing but act the goddamn fool. So they get home, whatever. We start with Peter and Cynthia. Oh, wait, hold it. Let's rewind. Let's pause and let's go back. So we pan over to Kim in her household. I got a lot to say about this bullshit. Him. So Sweetie is obviously not doing the job she's been hired for. She's not being a very good assistant. Okay. Kim is saying, she's got this much to do. She's trying to do this. She's trying to do that. She's trying to run a household. How many bitches you know? How many bitches you know has 2 maids, a nanny, a publicist, and an assistant? I'll wait. Thank you. My thing is, Kim, if you knew this shit was gonna be overwhelming for you, you should have made that motherfucker put on a condom. Didn't nobody tell you to spread your goddamn legs to Croy and come up with another baby? Point blank and simple. Like, really, bitch? And you complaining that you got all this shit to do? Like, really? Girl, I am so not here for you and that fuckery. I am so not here for you and that. But it's clear that Sweetie is going to get fired. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I knew that wasn't going to last too long. Because if you'll notice, her old assistant, Malik, was in... Wasn't she in another episode? I thought so. So I knew that shit wasn't gonna last. Sweetie was she was a good house slave for a little while, and Master found somebody else to take her place. Like, bitch, please. I'm not Kim. I'm not here for you, for your lazy ass daughters. I'm not here for you, really, girl. Then you gonna finally get a damn housekeeper the job as nanny Oh, yeah, I give you some. If I was at, no, honey, it just don't. Anyway, let me move on. So then we move to Cynthia and Peter. You know, they're talking about, Cynthia's time in Africa. You know, blah blah blah. She's bringing back some trinkets for her little daughter or whatever. And Peter feeling some type of way because he ain't get shit. But I have to say that I do like the relationship between Peter and the little girl. Like, they seem to have a pretty good relationship. Like, I do applaud that. Like, him stepping in to the quote unquote daddy role, and taking care of her while Cynthia's away. Then we find out that Bryson has been incarcerated because this motherfucker decided he is going to steal 2 razors from Walmart. Pause. We'll fast forward to Bryson when we get to Nene and Peter. Play. Okay, so then we pan over to Candy and her mother, Joyce. Miss Joyce. I ain't gonna talk about nobody's mama. But her, yeah. We ain't gonna talk about nobody's mama. We're gonna move on. So then, Candy starts to tell Mama Joyce about what's going on in Africa, and her mom is like, well, stand up for yourself. If you didn't say it, you didn't say it. Which I believe the whole fucking situation is a bunch of bullshit anyway. Like, really, y'all gonna fight over some bullshit like this? Like, really? So, what else? Oh, but let me pause. Cynthia, not Cynthia, but Candy. I'm gonna give you a compliment, girl, because I'm really not ride or die for you, but I'm gonna give you a compliment. In your confessionals, that hair you working, I like that. I like that. That Malaysian bob you got going on, that's cute. That's cute. You need to keep that style 24/7, because that shit that you had on the real episode, this wasn't working for me, sweetheart. Wasn't working for me. I need to find out who your stylist is and give them some styling points, because some shit ain't meant for you. Moving on. So then we get to, and y'all, if y'all know if I'm forgetting some shit, drop that goddamn shit below. So then we move on to, Peter trying to plan this damn anniversary for, where he tells Cynthia that he's trying to plan an anniversary or whatever, and Cynthia's like, well, I hope it's not really big. Knowing in the back of Cynthia's head, she's thinking, nigga, we ain't got the money for this shit. Where we gonna get this money from? She's saying, well, I don't want it to be too big. And he's like, well, you don't have to plan anything. I'm doing this all by myself with the help of your friend Nene. And you all know Nene is high class, bougie. Nothing with Nene is cheap, I don't think. So, and then we get to them talking about their little sexual escapades. He patting on the ass. I don't want to know nothing about that. Because that right there, literally, I was eating my dinner watching this episode. That like to turn my stomach. He got needs and shit like that. She been gone and he I'm not gonna go there. But y'all know what I was about to say. Apollo. Bitch, please. So, then we get over to finally Nene talking with Pete. Well, Peter talking with the event planner, and the event planner is like, he trying to make some money, and Peter is giving him 2 nickels to make a damn $30,000 party. Bitch, it ain't gonna happen. Just like your wife Cynthia said, y'all ain't got the money for this shit. You need to scale this shit down. But he's trying to convince his party planner to make this shit as cheap as possible. Ugh. Negro, give it up. But I can see in the next episode, y'all supposedly gonna have this little soiree. I can't wait to see what this shit look like. So then we get to Nene and Peter talking about Bryson, and Nene's like, well, I'm gonna leave his ass in the jail. He been in there 5 days, so it's called tough love. And Nene, I agree with you. Any motherfucker that'll go to jail for stealing 2 goddamn razors out of Walmart need to stay in there. I'm sorry. Like, that's all you had to do was go in Walmart and steal 2 motherfucking razors. Really? You sit your ass in there until I decide to get you out. But then she says, well, you know, that they're just waiting on the probation officer or something. The probation officer is the one that really has them in there, but Bryson doesn't know that. But my thing is, okay, pause. Peter, when did you become a figurative on parenting? How many kids you got? Oh, okay, I thought so. Bitch, please. Moving on. So we get to... Y'all, I'm just going to throw some quick shade right quick. They went out there to... what's that child name? The Poe and... Y'all know who I'm talking about. They went out there to that piece of dirt. Honey, it looked the same way it did last year. Nothing. Dirt. Moving on. So we get over to Kim's house, and they're planning. They're there for the little soiree, the little luncheon or whatever, and they get immediately into the shade that was thrown in Africa, and Candy is basically saying, "Look, I didn't say this about you. Like, I said this, but I didn't say this." And Sheree back there trying to co-sign some shit. Well, this is what you said. This is what Sheree, really? Like, really, bitch? Like, really? Really? What's your purpose? You just intentionally trying to start some shit. Like, really, you trying to start some shit. And if I was Candy, I would have got up and slapped the shit out of you. Took my plate, put it down, said, "Kim, I'll talk to you later. Bye." That's what I would have done. Because that was really some fuckery. That was really some fuckery. Like, girl, all you got better to do is to stir up drama. That's all she had better to do. And literally, like, the title of this episode is From Motherville to Haterville. That's what it is. Because basically, Sheree was hating on Candy. That's basically what all that was. And it's just funny because Phaedra is normally the outspoken one, but she's just sitting back, honey, she eating her cupcake. She just witnessing this shit. I would have been doing the same thing. Like, really? This all really these bitches got to fight about. But y'all, this episode was kind of dry, except for the little part where, they got to fighting and shit like that. It is what it is. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more interesting next week because we'll be at this little party or whatever, and we'll get to see what goes down between Mal and Peter, or Mal, Peter, and Cynthia. So, y'all know if I miss some shit, drop that shit below. And thank you for taking the time to watch. I'm sorry it's been like a long gap between coming in to do reviews, but guys, I was really busy last week, so I